Hello, hello. We are going to get a breakfast salad made today. If you were here yesterday, you might know what that's all about. If you're new here today, I'm gonna give you a full tutorial on putting this salad together, complete with some perfectly poached eggs. As a matter of fact, I'm just trying to find the best avocado. Just press on the top a little bit, see which one has some give to it, and that's how I choose. But real quick, I need to get a pot of water going for the poached eggs. Forgot to do that. So let me get the pot of water on the stove and getting the temperature to cook the eggs in. And then I'll be right back to start chopping some veg and fruits. Tomato on it. Actually, I can kind of. I've got a decent swivel faucet, so I can just spin it around to the counter, which is pretty convenient at times. Like right now, when I don't want to hide off camera, fill up my little pot of water for the poached eggs. So let me get the downside of it is that I have left the water running before in the pot, and then I go to start doing something else. Tanren, how are you? Good to see you. Anybody out there? If you don't know who Tanren is, this is actually one of their knives. They sent it to me to do a review on it, and it is a lovely little cleaver. Razor sharp. You can do the heavy duty chopping with it. Maybe not bone breaking. Like it's not quite that large of a cleaver where it's. Those cleavers are a little bit one-dimensional though. Like this one I like even better because it's a really fine blade. So you can do some of the bigger chopping, and you can also do your dicing, slicing, all the finer work too. So this is a great blade. All right, let me get this pot of water on the stove real quick. Medium high. All right, then let me get, but for today, I'm going to use my Santoku 7-inch blade. This is, no offense, Tanren, this was a Christmas gift from my wife, so I felt obligated to use it in all of my videos, to honor the bride. Just give it a quick hairbrush before we start slicing. And let me get a bowl to put my little salsa in here. I mean, I call it a salsa, but it's really like it's just tomato and avocado. I put whole like onion in it too. Cilantro would be lovely. I'm just doing things with what I have in my fridge though. Like that's basically how I cook. I just put them together pretty well, I believe. So I don't have cilantro in there, so it's not a big deal. I'm not gonna run to the store just to get some cilantro. I'm gonna make the things I have taste really good. So we're gonna make what I kind of have started referring to as an avocado salsa. We'll get it seasoned up real well, but I'm gonna take the core out of my tomato first. Thank you, Jordan. I love you too. And then we're gonna dice this, so let me, this is a pretty big tomato, I don't need the whole thing, so I'm just gonna dice half of it. And then I dice my tomatoes much like you see people doing with onions, so I still put my vertical slits in it. Oh, you know what I need? You know what I need? And you get to go on a field trip with me. We're gonna go to the garden and we're gonna grab a jalapeno. I'll throw that in the salsa. Forgot to grab one of those this morning. My jalapenos have been by far the best produce I've grown this year. We got a serious heat wave in Florida that destroyed my tomato plants. The cucumbers are looking pretty rough right now. Zucchini's bouncing back okay, but the peppers have loved the heat. So I'll take you out there and we will grab some jalapenos here in a second. Well, I'll just grab one. I'm only gonna grab one because they're all still green, and you can eat the green jalapeno, but the really ripe jalapenos are when they turn red. And when you grow your own jalapenos, if you want to keep the seeds to replant jalapenos the next year, you need them to be red to harvest the seeds, because that's when the seeds on the inside are fully developed. So like if you bought jalapenos from the store and wanted to save the seeds to grow your own, but those jalapenos are still green, you're not gonna have a great success with that. Actually, I just worked out too, so I'm fasted. I work out fasted, and I haven't eaten anything yet, because obviously what that means. So I'm gonna turn this chunk of tomato here just into like my breaking bread moment of the day. A little salt on it, a little pepper, and thank you, Lord, for this meal. A tomato with just a little bit of salt and pepper. So simple and so amazing. All right. Who's ready for a field trip? Nunu, hi. We are basically making the same exact thing as yesterday. The little breakfast salad with poached eggs. My wife, I was gonna do something with potatoes or something like that today, a little skillet, but she said she loved the salad and wanted to do it again today. So, but real quick, we're gonna go on a little field trip. Oh, here's one of my garden warriors. This is how I keep the bugs out of my garden. I've hired this team of assassins. I have no bug issues because of them. If I like just walk over to the watermelon patch, you should see, well, it might be, they are camo, so it's hard to see. They start to scatter when I come over, but, and they're pretty hard to see. They actually blend in with the mulch really well. But, here, let me grab my shears. Here's the jalapeno plants. I'll just try to one-hand it for you. Let me see. The jalapenos have just done so well. I love them. Let me just pick I'm gonna pick either the biggest one or any of them that have some cracks in them. Because once they start, yeah, here's a good one right here to pick. Things can go south pretty quickly if they start to get some cracks in them. So I'll just remove it now and eat it. All right. So what was nice was a little while ago, I was able to come out here and do the same thing with my tomatoes for this type of thing. Oh, and down there's a little avocado tree. It'll be about 6 months before I can actually pull the avocados from there. That one there's a tangelo tree. It's kind of like an orange tree. It's a local tree to where I live in Florida. And then my lime tree, we had a cover on our lime tree to protect it from the birds and stuff that kept picking at it. But I think the cover did more harm than the birds were doing. Layla, come on. Come on, inside. She wants to catch the lizard. Come on, house. Good girl. All right. Back to cooking. Let me give this a quick rinse to get the dirt off. Alrighty. And here's how I like to cut my jalapenos. Yeah, Layla used to be like that. Fortunately, she has calmed down quite a bit. How old is your retriever? And I cut my peppers vertically like this, so that, I'll show you in a second. It'll make more sense once I get it open. So, if you don't like too much heat, all of the seeds and all that ribbing, that's where all the heat from the jalapeno comes from. So if you don't want things too hot, cut your pepper like that. All the seeds stay here. You don't have to wipe them down. Because even if you get those seeds, like if you just cut the jalapeno regular and then you take a spoon and like scoop the seeds out of here, they've made so much contact with this that the heat transfers over and they'll still be pretty hot. And I don't mind the heat so much, but my wife, she doesn't love it, which is fine. I'm making things for her, so I'll make it to order. But that's how I keep the heat up. Give these a quick dice. And with the tomato, all right. Let me get a spoon so I can scoop out my avocado. Oh, yeah, kind of. I see how it could look like ochre on a camera. Do you ship to Flop Tropica? Flop Tropica. What is Flop Tropica? Oh yeah, 3 years. That's still a lot of energy. I mean, it's you know, out of the puppy stage, but that's still, they have so much energy when they're still young like that. Oh man, I could smell the jalapeno. It's amazing. And I love my avocados like this. They are, it's like that perfect spot where they're just like a little bit soft. They still have some bite to them. If they were ultra soft, you know, squishy, mushy, whatever, I'd still use them. But I think for like, with what I'm doing with this type of like salsa here, I think this has much better bite to it. And we're putting it on like, you know, a bed of greens, and you want some consistency added to that soft bed of greens and the soft egg that's going on. This gives it a little bite. Oh, thank you. Thank you, user 203-954-360-1076. All right, and then a little string fall from somewhere. All right, and then I'm going to dice these avocados the same way as I do the tomato. Just put some vertical slits in it. And then some horizontal. If you're wondering why I'm so particular about like why I keep pulling things back and putting another slice in it, I like everything to be the exact same size, or at least as close as possible. That way when you're taking a bite, you're getting a consistent feel in your mouth too. I think that goes a long way in what you're tasting. No, we're making, yeah, thank you, Nunu. See you answering the questions for me. See, I try to go slow so I don't go all the way through like that, but it happens. All right, so let's get this seasoned real quick. I'm gonna grab, hey Cassie, yeah, let me grab a, what was this from? I'm gonna grab a lemon real quick. Get my greens out still, and then my seasonings. All right, and then to season this, we're just gonna hit it with like 3 fingertips of salt. Couple cranks of black pepper. Onion powder. Garlic powder. And a little bit of chili powder. If I had some cumin, I'd probably put that in too. Yeah, Angel, it's more like an avocado salsa. It's like, I'm gonna be making, like Nunu said, it's gonna be a breakfast salad. So I put down a bed of greens. We're gonna do a lemon vinaigrette of sorts on that. Not really a vinaigrette because I'm not using vinegar, but just like a lemon olive oil blend on the bed of greens. And then this avocado, tomato, jalapeno salsa type of thing goes on top of the greens. And then we're gonna put poached eggs on top of that. And then today, I didn't put lemon on the salsa yesterday. I wish I had some limes. I think some limes on the salsa would be amazing. But let me just get a little juice in here. Something to brighten it up a little bit. It kind of looks like a ceviche without the fish. Which I love ceviche. All right, let's see how that's doing. A little more salt. I think maybe even a little more lemon. Let's see. Yep. That's it right there. Alright, so let me think. I think I want to do I'm gonna do my eggs next. I don't want the salad, the bed of greens sitting with the lemon and the oil on it for too long, sitting there getting soggy. Graza. We're already stocked up, Graza. I don't know. I don't know if they have like probiotics. Have your kids started school? Yes, John, they have. This is week 2 for them here in Florida. But all right, let me get my eggs real quick. questions? All right, so for the poached eggs, this is your setup. Bowl, strainer, egg. And the reason you do this is to get the runnier white parts of the egg out, because when you pour that part into your water, that's how you get all the wisps around your poached egg. So we're trying to eliminate that as much as possible. And yeah, so, do you have a favorite bone broth to breakfast? Yeah, Graza, it's a homemade bone broth actually. I've done, funny you asked, I've done videos on it. However, I was gonna do a new video on it, showing how I prepare the chicken if I was just going to make bone broth. So I'm gonna do a simple, I have a chicken legs where buy one, get one free at the store. So I have a ton of chicken legs in my freezer right now. And I was gonna do a really simple salt and pepper roasted chicken, because you don't want too many outside flavors going into your broths. So I was gonna do pretty simple salt and pepper roasted chicken legs. Shred the chicken to make like chicken salad and things like that. And then use the scraps to make bone broth with, and do a video on that. So I'll be getting a new video up on it, but that is my go-to. So anyway, for the poached eggs, flat surface, crack your egg, and like I break yolks when I do one hand sometimes, so I just like to carefully do this with two hands. Drop it in, and then the other thing I do, I store all of my eggshells in a container that I keep in the freezer. Then I use them for compost. So we're just gonna run some of this white off here. And then transfer it to a ramekin. I'm not sure how well you can see on camera those parts that are dripping, but that's how we're avoiding the wisps from the poached eggs. Wisps. I don't feel like I can find a way to say wisps normally without like emphasizing the wisps, but whatever, wisps. Maybe some of you speak more normally than I do, but I feel like I say things pretty abnormally sometimes. All right, there's egg 2. And then I'm gonna have, well, after I get these 2 cooked, I'll do 2 more, but I'll just put this over here at the poached egg station, and I'll take you over there before we cook these eggs. Let me at least, let's see. First of all, I want another bite of this because it's amazing. It's so simple. Like, when you can bring just a couple of simple ingredients together, it's tomato, avocado, jalapeno, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, just things that most people have in their cabinets, and make it taste this good. Man, makes eating really enjoyable and healthy. Wasps. Yeah, wasps. Wasp is a good one. Let me actually let me do a little bit of cleanup. I get in my own way sometimes. All right, my water's bubbly, nice and bubbly. So let's transfer you over to here. Bring it down a little. All right, so it's not quite rolling. Well, it's getting to a rolling boil. I turned it down a little, but you don't want a rolling boil. You want it closer to like 200 degrees. I'm at 210. I can work with that. And let me get a little bit of Vinny. I got the economy size on hand, so I got to be careful not to give it too big of a glug. But the 3 things that I think you need to do to make a perfect poached egg One is the straining part that we already did. Two is the right water temperature, so around that 200-degree range. And then three is just a little drop of vinegar, maybe about a tablespoon. It's a coagulator, helps the whites stay together. This is Scratch Mom and I guess Scratch Nephew. We got a little nephew sitting assignment today. And all right, so then you may have seen people do like. All right, I just want to make sure the water didn't get any hotter before I pour these in, but when you do want to give the water a little swirl, so I guess this would be 4 parts to a good, perfect poached egg. You want to give the water a swirl, but not like you're making a tornado in your pot. Just one gentle swirl like that is all you need. Then drop your egg in. And I'm not sure how well you could have seen, it's not really moving anymore, but when you first put it in, all that white just starts wrapping around it. And that little bit of excess on the top, when I pick the egg up, that'll just settle right on top, so that's no big deal there. Let me get a plate real quick. I'm gonna get this lined with a paper towel just to get off the excess moisture when these are done. And each egg, yeah, Sunshine, I used vinegar. And then each egg takes like 3 to 4 minutes. So I'm gonna give this just another gentle swirl and get the second egg in. And you can cook your poached eggs together at the same time, but they have a chance of sticking to each other. So if you don't want 2 eggs stuck to each other, I do it like this. Then I'm gonna get my other eggs strained here while these 2 cooked. All right, strain, transferring to the ramekin. And then we will see if our first egg is done. The way you do that, slotted spoon. Just gently lift the egg and just tap it. When it feels firm and it's not like, you'll feel soggy egg whites if it's not done. This is nice and firm, I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna guess this second one's actually not all that far off. Yeah, I love the way that one feels too. And then I'm just gonna check my water temp again, just make sure we're still around that 200 mark. Yep, it's gone from 210 down to 205, but that's great. When you put the eggs in, obviously it's gonna take some of the temperature out, and but it's still plenty warm enough to cook the next 2 eggs. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those right in. Gentle swirl, egg in. And it just starts moving around. The whites just keep wrapping around it to get the yolk covered. And I can't really, when I hold the camera like that, I can't really see what you're seeing. So hopefully I'm not holding it in a horrible spot, but yeah, these are the first 2. And the reason I like to do these, the poached eggs before I get the salad done, is so that the eggs have a little bit of time to cool off. If I was putting these on toast or something, I would have the toast ready so that I could get the eggs drained and put them straight on the toast, because you want your toast warm and your egg warm. But with a salad, you want cooler temperatures. So this is going to be more at a room temp, and it just works well in your mouth a lot better. Straight Gordon Ramsay, I appreciate that. My biggest influence though was Alton Brown, Good Eats on the Food Network. Oh yeah. My pleasure. I've made them 3 days this week on live. So, and if you follow me on YouTube, it's like a 40-minute video, but you can fast forward to the part where I get to the. Oh my gosh, I gotta get my second egg in here, and losing focus. All right, let me get these dishes out of here. But yeah, so, you know, the salsa, how hot is the water supposed to be? Sunshine, I like it right around 200 degrees. So when I put the first eggs in, it was at 210. The eggs brought it down to 205. So when I put these in, it was at 205. And I should be pretty stable around there. Yeah, I'm climbing back up a little bit now. So 206, but I'm right in that range. And once you start poaching eggs, if you don't have a thermometer, for me on my stovetop, my electric stovetop, it's between medium high and medium is where I set the knob. But you know, everyone's stove is calibrated a little bit differently, so you got to find that for you. However, it's kind of the pattern of the bubbles you'll start to realize when the water's ready. So not quite boiling, but more than just having the bubbles sit on the bottom of your pan, somewhere in between there. Let's test the first egg. I like the way that feels, nice and firm. Second egg, I kind of forgot to put in, so I'm guessing it's not ready just yet. Yeah, it's not ready. I pick it up, it's gonna fall apart. I kind of almost made it fall apart. And you are welcome, Sunshine. User 526. User 526-8439-866-644. Yeah, to me it is necessary to strain them. So you see, here, let me, I'll just flip the camera real quick so I can make sure you're seeing what I see. You see how there's some of the whites that have come to the top here? If you do not strain your eggs, the top of your water will be covered with that stuff. And then if you want to make, like there are times, I can use the same pot of water to make like like 4 batches of poached eggs. I only do 2 at a time. But if you don't take the list off, you're gonna have to clean your water really after doing like 1 egg. It just becomes such a mess in here. Yeah, do it. If you need a thin line, if you need kind of a refresher on anything, I do have, man, I don't think I have a breakfast playlist that it's in anymore, but I do have an old poached egg video, like one of the, you know, quick TikToks, 1-minute video. But it's old. It would take some scrolling. All right. This is for the ones that can't make eggs over easy. What do you mean? You mean poached eggs are for people that can't make eggs over easy? I'm not sure if that's what you mean, but I think making poached eggs is much more difficult than over easy. All right, so while the eggs are cooling off, let's get our, oh, I see what you mean. Who prefers something over frying an egg? Like physically do not want to eat a fried egg is what I think you mean, right, Tina? All right, so yeah, I agree. These are wonderful, and they're really once you get the steps down, it's really not that hard to do. I mean, I don't think anything's that hard to do if somebody just explains it to you how to do it right. I think there's some bad teachers out there. There's some good teachers out there, but things can be broken down to be pretty simple steps to take. But all right, let's get some greens in here. I think that looks pretty good. Let's get the rest of the lemon that we used in our salsa. The rest of the first half anyway. Then we're gonna do the whole second half of the lemon as well. You want a lot of citrus in here. We're gonna get a little bit of olive oil, maybe like a tablespoon. And 3 fingertips. Start off anyway. Start off with 3 fingertips of salt. And then a couple cranks of pepper. I like to loosen the screws so I get the bigger chunks of the cracked pepper. Let's give it a toss. Oh, that's amazing. Lemon just changes the flavor profile of so many things. Like, try to learn my, lemon changes the profile flavor of so many things, almost as much as salt does. Maybe that's because salt is like the only seasoning that has a chemical reaction with food. And so does lemon because of the acidity. But man, like lettuce, something as simple as lemon just makes lettuce fun to eat. Like if you grill chicken, rest it with some lemon juice on it. Just makes it taste amazing. But I'm gonna get some fruit real quick. Get some fruit so I can put the whole breakfast bowl together. Or the whole breakfast meal that I'm serving. So berries, watermelon, I think I have a bowl of blueberries too. Yes, I do. All right, and then when you're building a fruit bowl, you know, put whatever fruits you want in it. A confetti? I've never had a confetti before. Thank you, Tyler. Also, let me just add a line there. Never feel like you have to send me gifts. I give every comment the same attention as anyone else. I just love having good people in here with me. Positive people just trying to learn how to do something and really just hang out with me while I'm doing the regular things in my life. So never feel obligated to send me a gift. Please, it's your hard-earned money, and I do appreciate it though. So now the couple of rules for putting a fruit bowl together is just to put the big things in first. And I'm pretty sure there's a life lesson there too, but we'll keep it specifically about fruit right now. Put the big things in first so that the little things aren't buried. Meaning everything in this fruit bowl will be visible. My wife loves watermelon, so I'm gonna put her slices of watermelon in here first. Then I've got cherries, which we'll do next because they're the next biggest thing that I have. She loves cherries, so I'll make sure she gets a few extra in there. And then I store, when I get my fruit, I wash it and I put it in glass containers. And then in those containers, I put paper towels in there. And I actually learned this from buying sprouts at the farmer's market. Their sprouts will last a couple weeks if you just keep changing that paper towel out of the bag they come in. I started doing the same thing with my fruits, and I feel like my fruit lasts a lot longer too, just by keeping all that moisture out. And I'll change the paper towels every once in a while. But cherries are in. My kids are aged. I have 3 girls aged 8 to 15. The next fruit we're putting in are grapes because they're the next size up. How's the new knife holding up? It's holding up okay. I haven't. My go-to is always my Santoku. This was a. Oh, look at that! I've never had a hat put on me before. So I've never. My go-to is the Santoku. It was a Christmas gift from my wife, so it's like obligatory and I love it. And she got my initials on it. It's kind of faded now, but I love using this knife. But anyway, cherries in, grapes next because they're the next size up. And then from there, we'll do the smallest, which are, yeah, thank you, Tyler. Tyler, I don't know you, but I like you. All right, I'll eat the spare watermelon. All right, so let's, I'll first give you a close-up of the fruit bowl here, just so you can see how that turned out. But there's not as much volume in here as it looks like. It's just because you put the big things in first, and then you stack it up with the little things, and it holds up really well. And the child you hear in the background, that would be Scratch Nephew today. Thank you, Nunu, for muting that. That was weird. Okay, and then let me get one more bowl. What do you think? What do you think to serve my wife the salad in? White or purple? White or purple with the greens and the salsa and the egg? I think purple. Purple with the green and the salsa and the white egg on top. Nunu was first. Nephew's back there, he's kind of dancing to the music with the dog and until he saw me watching him and then he stopped. All right, so got our greens down. Oh, that's a good watermelon. Adric, how are you? How's Italy? All right, now I'm just gonna spread some of this. We're calling it salsa until I think of something else to call it, but it's avocado, jalapeno, and tomato that's just seasoned with garlic powder, onion powder, and chili powder, and some lemon juice. If you're just joining, the greens have been drizzled with lemon juice, olive oil, salt, and pepper, and we're putting the salad together now. The eggs are done and ready. And all I'm doing now is just trying to eye consistency, a similar amount of lettuce, so that the ratios are right. You don't want a mouthful of lettuce without the salsa and some of the eggs. So just trying to get all the ratios right. Make sure you have a proportionate amounts of food in there. And then let me get a spoon to pick up my eggs. And you do want to be kind of gentle here, but they'll if you cook them right, they'll hold up to the movement. I'm gonna clip that whisk, make them a little prettier for her. All right, and then the eggs are simple. Two fingertips of salt. The family's doing great. They're all enjoying school. Tyler, these are poached eggs. So I'm just gonna do like that little fingertip of salt on each egg. And I'm using a coarse salt. And then you wanna say hi? You wanna say hi? Say hi. I can't keep a kid on camera too long though. I've been kicked off my lives for that. Zarek or Zakir, I made them. You basically you cook them at around 200 degrees straight in water. I've got videos on it, and this is my third live this week doing poached eggs. But it's kind of a process to like just lay it all out here verbally for you right now. My YouTube has videos on it as well, like the full live sessions from this week. But all right, let me clear some space here, and we'll give you one more shot here. So that's it. There's your breakfast salad. You got your bed of greens that have been drizzled with lemon, olive oil, salt, and pepper. Your little avocado salsa with avocado, tomato, jalapenos. And if you were here earlier, you got to go on a field trip to the garden to pick the jalapeno. Then I have some lemon, garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, salt, and pepper in that little avocado salsa. And then of course you saw the poached eggs, which I just topped with some black pepper and salt. And then the fruit bowl, which, man, I'm just, I just love, I do love food. I do love eating, not like in a gluttonous kind of way. I love the benefits to the body of it. It's the dressing. So Nat, I did a pretty simple dressing, if you even want to call it that. I squeezed lemon on the lettuce, olive oil, salt and pepper, and that was it. And then everything else was seasoned individually. But I'm gonna take this over to the wife's working station just a step away. All right, let me get my salt fork here. And then I obviously eat quite a bit differently than my wife. Can I email my garden? So what does that even mean? So for myself, all that stuff I was talking about, like ratios and stuff, I really don't care. I'm just dumping the rest of this stuff into a bowl. I feel like the music got louder. Yeah, I'm gonna cut into the egg. You know what? When she gets back, to take her first bite, I'll take the camera over to her and cut into it. It'll look better. It'll look better on her plate than in this deep bowl. She ran. Nephew's parents are here to pick him up, so she ran outside to get him in the car. Let's see. Let's see if I'll let you. I'll do it on mine and hers. How about that? Let me just kind of scoot it over. Sorry, kind of scoot it over so I get more space here. But yeah, this is, and I'm glad you asked, because cutting into this egg is the most satisfying part. Like getting your fork through that consistency of the soft egg and then the oozing yolk, but just letting it run down. So it's kind of like, yeah, Nat, it really just brightens up. I was saying a little bit ago just how it brightens up and changes the flavor profile of so many things, and how like even after I grill chicken, I hit it with some lemon while it rests. Thank you, Tyler. And then as far as like the dressing goes, once this yolk gets worked into the lemon and all of that too, it just takes everything up a notch. So I do like to get mine mixed in and kind of like make a mess in my bowl here, but it is just fantastic. It's 10:30 here. I'm in Central Florida. No, I would say there's really, the only comparable egg that I think you can compare a poached egg to would be like a soft boiled egg, but even that's not the same, because the white of a soft boiled egg still gets pretty firm, or much firmer than a poached egg. And I mean, you cook an egg in water, so you're not really adding any flavor to it at all, except for the salt and pepper at the end. You're not getting flavors from the oils or the butters that you might use in a frying pan. But man, this is so good. And if you want it spicier, if you were here when I cut the jalapeno, you could cut the jalapeno a little bit differently and still keep some of the heat from the seeds. Hey John, I'm John too without an H. We're the efficient types of Johns. We removed all the unnecessary letters. Oh yeah. I have 4 brothers. Grew up with 4 brothers, no sisters, and I was right in the middle. I feel like this is at the point where it makes more sense to eat with a spoon. Man. There's all these juices that have come together in this thing too, like from the yolk. It's just so good. And so fresh. And if you were here yesterday, you know this is the same exact thing I made yesterday. And but today, again, I was trying to nudge my wife into going for the potato, the skillet, with like some home fries and eggs on that. But she loved this yesterday and said she wanted it again. So here we are. Hi, Deborah. I don't know what's taking my wife so long to put the baby in the car. I finished my bowl. But when she gets in here, we'll go over to her bowl so we can cut into these eggs again so you can see how perfectly they flow out. If I ever own a restaurant, which I would never do, like from an operational perspective, like if I could stand up a restaurant and leave it in somebody else's capable hands, but like help with the menu, I would love to do something like that. But I think this would be like a staple breakfast on it. Like maybe we just call it like John's favorite or Don's favorite. It's my wife's name. What did we have? I'll show you what we had. Because my wife hasn't touched hers yet. I think she's coming in now. But made breakfast salads. That's a bed of greens tossed in lemon, olive oil, salt, and pepper, with an avocado salsa on top of it, with avocado, tomato, jalapeno, garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, and a little bit of lemon, and then poached eggs on top of it, salt and pepper, and then of course always a fruit bowl. Are you gonna eat now? She's getting her water and then she's coming to eat. And I'll show you her cutting into her eggs. Let me get her a fork real quick. I'm just standing here waiting. She's just getting her water. I spend a lot of time doing this, standing, waiting. Can you get your phone out and do a little... Maybe? Be nice once this week, you know?
I did one already.
Huh? What?
I did one. I didn't send it to you yesterday.
Oh, let's see. Go ahead. Yeah, that's fine. Oh man, what a flow. What's up, Trey? Trey is an old college football teammate. Let me flip the camera back. Trey, and give Trey a follow. Great friend, great guy, and he is on a pretty significant journey, big weight loss journey, and he's been documenting a lot of it. So if anybody's looking for some motivation, he kind of shares some of his story there and keeps you updated. But give him a follow. Living your dream life. Maybe the reason I'm able to do all of this right now is because I've been laid off from 2 jobs in the past 6 months working in tech. So some days it feels like the dream life. Some days, you're stressed out of your mind, but I just try to put a smile on my face and come hang out with. That's why I try to keep this just a positive environment. And that's why I say like no gifting. I just want good people in here. And while I do appreciate the gifts, I don't want anyone to feel like they have to. I'd rather just like be able to come in here and vibe with really good people. But yeah, that's the session today. That was our breakfast salad with the fruit bowl and the poached egg. And tomorrow, hopefully my wife caves to the idea of these potatoes, because I've really been wanting some breakfast potatoes this week, and she has kind of derailed my taste buds each day. But the salad's so good, it's fine. Hopefully tomorrow I can get some potatoes done. And yeah, and then I don't know what I'm making tonight, but I've honestly been enjoying doing the live cooking sessions more than creating content and creating and putting videos together. And one of my tripods is broken, so until that gets fixed, avocado toast tomorrow, maybe some avocado toast with the eggs and potatoes. That sounds great. We always have avocados on it. In Florida, it's like a must-have. Yeah, Nuna, that's what I started doing, just taking the lives and unedited, putting them on YouTube. The one problem I have is because I play this background music in our lives here. Hey Tyler, thanks for coming. Lovely having you today. The problem is with the background music, YouTube will take my videos down. So, whatever, I'll catch the vibe in here. Funny enough, like from these lives, I get more followers in this 45-hour-long session doing lives than I do from most videos that I put up. If I put a video up a month ago and I look at it now, look at the analytics, I might have 15 to 20 new followers. Every single live that I do, I get 30 to 50 new followers. So like, this has also had a higher ROI on getting a following count. Cool, today we made the breakfast salad again. I think you were here yesterday and saw a lot of it being done, but my wife wanted it again today, so that's what she got. But yeah, that's the session for today. Once this is ready for me to download the replay, I'll get it downloaded on YouTube. So if you do want to go back and watch it, it'll be there, at least until YouTube takes it down. But other than that, it has been amazing hanging out with all of you. And I will see you the next time we go live making something special again. Bye-bye.